let us begin with the chapter, the Penguin Frolic. Now in this chapter there have been an account by the traveler who has been to Antarctica, and he has observed the penguins, what they do, how they play, and what they eat. This is an account of the penguins which live in Antarctic, observed by one of the travelers to the remote icebound land. With approach of the summer, the sea ice broke away in patches, leaving open water along the shore of the rookery. Now rookery is colony of penguins. Large companies of penguins now went down to bathe and swim under the surface, catching the little shrimps which swarmed there. These were their food. Now we can see that this activity of penguins has been observed by one of the traveler who went to Antarctica. Now he is saying that when the summer ice broke away, Antarctic, we as all know that it's a very cold place and there is frozen ice there. Now he says that when there was summer, the sea ice broke away in patches. टुकड़ों टुकड़ों में आइस टूट के अलग अलग हो गई और जो नीचे का वाटर वाला सरफेस था वो विजिबल हो गया. तो लार्ज कंपनीज ऑफ penguins went down to bath and swim, and shrimps were their food. The ice foot was above 5 feet above water, so they had to dive in. That means the layer of the ice was 5 feet, so they used to jump. I soon noticed that they never dived in alone but waited patiently until a little crowd had gathered. This was because a fierce kind of seal called a sea leopard often hid under the water under the overhanging ledge of the ice, waiting to catch the penguins when they dived in. Now he is saying that he observed that not a single penguin dived, but they waited for some to gather. So as a trial, if one penguin dived and he came back safe, that means there is no danger down there, and the danger was about the sea animal called sea seal or the sea leopard, which used to feed on penguins. Each penguin wanted to find out if the coast was clear before it entered the water, so those behind tried to push one of those in front over the edge. When they succeeded in doing this, they all craned their necks to see if the penguin they had pushed in was attacked by a sea leopard. If he was not attacked, all the rest dived in and started to swim about catching shrimps. If a sea leopard shot out and caught him, the others just stayed where they were or tried again at another place. Now they used to make sure that the coast was clear by sending one penguin down there, and they waited patiently to see that whether he was attacked by the sea leopard or not. Soon the water was alive with crowds of penguins swimming about and shouting at one another like boys at a school treat. The water swarmed with them, all full of the joy of life. Now he says that soon after this the water was full, alive with the crowds of penguins. That means after so many months or days, there was movement in the water, and even the water was very happy to have the penguins down there. They did not go in merely to fish, they wanted to enjoy themselves, and the games they played were really amazing. There was a swift tide flowing past the rookery, bringing with it drafts of ice called ice floes. A crowd of penguins would swim upstream to the end of the rookery, where they would all board an ice floe and have a ride on it down to the lower end of the rookery. Then they would dive into the water, swim all the way back, and board another floe for another joy ride. Now it's being said that they don't go down there just to have their meal, but also to enjoy themselves in the water. Now there is this thing they do, that when the tide used to flow past the rookery, they used to take a ice block and stand on it, and they used to swim to the upstream to the end of the rookery. That means they used to slide like this, and again they would dive into the water, swim back, and then again take and flow for another joyride. As they passed down the rookery, they would shout to the others crowded along the edge of the ice. They would shout back, and sometimes a few dozen would dive in and swim out to them. They boarded their ice raft until it was so crowded that as fast as fresh penguins climbed on it, others were pushed off the side. Now they used to play in such a way that all those penguins who were at the edge of the shore, they used to shout, and when the ice floe used to be filled with the penguins, and some fresh penguins used to jump, the others would be down into the water because there was no space on the ice floe. Along the ice foot, all sorts of games were played. Their favorite seemed to be the game of touch last. One penguin would walk up to another, give him a smack with his flipper, then dash in amongst the crowd, dodging with the other in hot pursuit. If second penguin caught the first, he would give him a quite good humored smack in return. They would play this game for hours. Now, touch last game was something like that when there was a group of penguin and one penguin was the dammer, you can say, and a penguin from the group would come and smack him with his flipper and would hide in the group. If the dammer, the penguin who got the smack, was able to catch the one who smacked him, he would smack him back, and then they would used to play this game for hours. They seemed to love climbing. There was a grounded iceberg 50 feet high, separated from the rookery by 100 yards of open water. All day long there was a procession of penguins swimming to and from this berg. Now there is being said that they also loved climbing. There is an iceberg which was 50 feet high. They used to swim there and they used to climb the berg. We watched them through field glasses. When they reached the berg, they climbed up its side by a quite difficult path. It took them about a quarter of an hour of laborious climbing to get to the top. Each bird had a look around, climbed down again, swam back. They did it because they loved climbing. Penguins seem to love fun and adventure as much as human beings do. Now what they observed, that when they climbed the iceberg, it was very difficult path, and it took them about 45 minutes to do that climb. When they would reach the top, they would look around what is there, and then they will swim back to their place. This way we can see that even penguins love the fun and adventure as we human beings do.